Hey everybody, welcome to Miss Leo's Tarot. I am Sarah. This is going to be a no contact love reading for the sign of Leo. This is for anybody that has Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in their chart. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, Leo. Let's see who the person on your mind, what is their current energy. We're going to go into their hidden feelings. We're going to look at any potential blocks, obstacles that are preventing you from being together, what they secretly want to have with you deep down, and then we'll wrap up with some advice. All right, let's get into it, Leo. All right, the person on your mind, what is their current energy towards you at this time? What is their current energy towards you at this time? All right. Give me 3 more shuffles. All right, so at the bottom of the deck we have, okay, so I feel like Leo, the underlying hidden energies, we have the 8 of Wands, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 5 of Swords. So obviously some sort of drama has been going down with this person that's on your mind. I feel like it kind of started really fast. And, you know, obviously here with the 5 of Swords, there's some sort of conflict, some sort of drama. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of, you know, issues this person had deep down that maybe, you know, there's something about this person, Leo, that maybe left you feeling confused or not really knowing like where you stand with this person. You know, maybe this person could have like, you know, inconsistent personality, or, you know, with the Moon card, a lot of the times for me, it's talking about, you know, subconscious issues that are, you know, playing out in a connection with somebody that, you know, maybe, like I said, they don't even know what it is, but deep down it's affecting the connection between you and that person. Okay. So it could be like unresolved issues from, you know, a past relationship, or it could be, you know, unresolved issues with a parent that kind of plays out in romantic relationships with people. But whatever it is, I feel like you were feeling really left out in the cold here. We have with the 5 of Pentacles, you were really feeling abandoned by this person. Maybe this person blocked you. Maybe they ghosted you. Yeah. And like I said, with the 8 of Wands, it feels like, you know, this started fast. You know, it had a lot of potential. Things were kind of going places, and, you know, it had a lot of promise, you know. And then all of a sudden, you know, some sort of issue came up, you know, like that. And it kind of left you feeling like, you know, you didn't know where you stood with this person. There's a lot of things that are just very hidden and unclear about this person. And like I said, a lot of it stems from deep down subconscious issues. Maybe this person, like I said, has commitment issues, or, you know, one time, just, you know, little side note, long time ago, I was dealing with a guy, and he said he had really hurt me. And then all of a sudden, you know, a few months later, he comes back and he apologizes, and he tells me, you know, I just hate women. I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. I just hate women. And and I always got the Moon card when I asked about the situation with him. And so, you know, I never really forgot that about, you know, how the Moon energy can come out in a relationship reading. And so what I'm trying to say to you is, you know, this is a deep-seated subconscious issues that somebody is dealing with deep down. All right, so we have the 2 of Swords energy. So it's a lot of indecision, a lot of, you know, lack of clarity, a lot of, you know, stalemate energy, if you will. Someone here is not making a decision towards you. All right, let's get more into it, Leo. Oh my gosh, we have the 4 of Wands. So this is current energy. Okay, yeah, so the 4 of Wands. I feel like, Leo, this is something that, you know, you felt like had a lot of promise, and in your mind, you were kind of like, you know, wanting a committed relationship here. You know, this person had a lot of promise. Okay, so let's clarify a little bit with this card. I want to do some clarifying. Yeah, so with the, I just pulled their hidden feelings as well. Hidden feelings, we had the Seven of Cups energy. So I feel like the crux of the situation here is somebody is not making a decision here. And I kind of get the feeling that you felt like you were just an option to this person. You definitely were not a priority, or at least they didn't make you feel like you were a priority. All right, so let's clarify. I want to clarify the Four of Wands, please. I'm going to pause this while I shuffle because I like to shuffle until I feel like, ready. And so just to kind of like speed things up, I'm just going to pause it real quick. Okay, I'm back. All right, bottom of the deck, we had the Justice energy. So I felt like, we had the Seven of Swords energy with that. So definitely like, for some of you, it could have been like really sneaky behavior. Maybe, this person could have been like a player or something like that. Or someone, being very dishonest, wearing a mask, not really, letting you know, like I said, where you stand there with the Moon energy. And leaving you feeling very confused. All right, so current energy. All right, so we have the Four of Wands energy. And I just pulled the Ace of Swords. So the current energy your person is in is, I really do feel like deep down this person would like to have some sort of commitment, or would, they see you as somebody that, they would have that with if they were wanting it. And I feel like clarity is coming in. I feel like this person is definitely wanting to have some sort of conversation. I feel like this person is wanting to kind of clear the air with you. Yep, we have the Page of Cups. All right, so I feel like this person does feel like they owe you some sort of apology here, okay, with the Justice energy at the bottom of the deck. They definitely do feel like they wronged you, and that, they really didn't, give you the things that you deserved deep down. Like, I feel like maybe, just the energy I'm getting is they know that they were the ones that, didn't put in the effort. They didn't, they just kind of like sabotage the connection, basically. Okay. All right. So hidden feelings, what they are truly feeling by not showing, like I said, the Seven of Cups energy, making you feel like you're just an option and not a priority. The hidden feelings, though, we have the Knight of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. So that's interesting. This person definitely wants, it definitely is coming through here very fast. The Knight of Swords is like very fast air energy. This could be an air sign that you're dealing with, but whatever the case, they definitely do want to have some sort of like communication with you. Very strong, clearing the air energy, wanting to apologize. And I feel like I said here, I know, I said this person, is someone that was very inconsistent, hot and cold, maybe, and, just kind of player energy. But deep down, I really do think that they want some sort of committed relationship. Okay. I feel like the underlying issue here is there's a lot of fear around that. Like I said, stemming from, could be they were burned before, past relationships, or, maybe they were raised in a crappy household when they were a child, that kind of thing. You never know. But whatever the reason is, I do feel they want it deep down. Okay. And they do, like I said, Leo, they do see you as somebody that, they could have this, committed relationship with. Okay. All right, so let's go into the blocks here. Oh, we have the Star energy for blocks. So right off the bat, what I'm getting here is, all right, we have the Four of Wands again, clarifying the Star, and we also have the Seven of Cups. All right, so that's their block. Their block is they have to do a lot of internal healing before they can have anything with you. Like I said, we have the Seven of Cups with the Four of Wands. So this is definitely, the Seven of Cups obviously is, it being in fantasy land, having multiple options, playing the field, not really deciding, that kind of energy. and the Four of Wands. So before that they can have any kind of committed relationship with you, you know, they have to do a lot of internal healing here with the star energy. I do feel, Leo, that they see you as somebody that's worth, you know, putting in the work for. They do feel like you are the person that's kind of like catapulted them into even wanting to heal any kind of underlying issues. I feel like you were the reason for it all, if that makes sense. That you kind of like sparked the desire, if you will, of wanting to kind of like get to the bottom of their own issues so that they can, you know, explore those kind of things with you, you know, because I feel like your person knows that they have these issues as well. So, okay. All right, so let's go into what do they secretly want with you in the connection with you? What do they secretly want deep down? All right, we have 9 of Swords energy. We have 10 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, deep down what they want right now, you know, with the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, is I feel like your person is obviously really distressed about the ending with you here with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. They're really not feeling good is an understatement. Okay. They are feeling like really stressed out about the ending between you and them. However it ended, it doesn't really matter. But they are really stressed out. They're really up in their head. They're really up in their thoughts. And I feel like they are afraid that this is over for good, that you would not entertain anything, you know, anything new with them, you know, and I feel like they're worried. It's kind of like a vibe of they're worried that they lost you forever kind of energy. Okay. Like, you know, Leo is definitely not going to entertain anything with me ever again. I've completely screwed up. You know, I'm an a-hole. You know, that kind of energy. They're kind of like really up in their head, replaying, you know, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and, you know, that kind of energy. I feel like this person here with the Page of Swords, you know, does kind of have, you know, a lot of, again, this is air energy, does have kind of like immature energy about them. They may not be emotionally mature yet, okay, with the pages, because I have 2 pages that come out. All right, so this person does want to offer you something small, okay? The Page is immature energy, like I said. So even though they do see you as somebody that they want some sort of, you know, that you could have this commitment with, you know, that you are somebody they would want this with, it's going to be something small. They're going to offer you something small to start off with. It's not going to be like any grand gestures. It's going to be like little DMs or messages, or, you know, just like little sweet, you know, hey, you know, I'm really sorry about what things happened or how things happened between us. I really want to, you know, do you think I could take you out for a coffee, or do you think we could like maybe get some dinner sometime, or how about I take you out to a movie? It's going to be something like that that's going to, you know, kind of reignite the connection with you. And I feel like that's where they're going to begin. Okay. Yeah, because we have 3 pages. So this is definitely immature energy going on. All right. We have the 2 of Wands in reverse. So that's telling me that this person definitely knows they have to make a decision. They know they are at a crossroads right now with you. You know, this is a no contact situation. So they know that they have to step up, you know, they have to make a decision, and they don't know which direction to go in yet. So it's still a little bit of indecisive energy. But what we have here is we have the Ace of Wands. So they are absolutely still very much attracted to you. This is a, you know, kind of a phallic symbol. You know, this is a genderless reading. Like, you know, it doesn't matter, male, female energies, you know, gender, it's fluid with the tarot reading. So, you know, if you're a male, it could be a female, doesn't matter, whatever. Okay. But this person is very much attracted to you, and they do like, there's like insane chemistry between you and this person. They still feel very much drawn to you, thinking about you up in their head, you know, and they do want like this passionate, new beginning with you. All right. The aces are all about new beginnings, starting fresh, still that sexy, you know, lusty energy about it. All right. So that's how they feel towards you. And that's what they desire towards you. I feel like there's a lot of physical chemistry there too. And they desire that with you. All right, moving on. What is the likely next action between or for them? Oh my gosh, we have the Ace of Swords. Likely next move. There is definitely going to be some sort of clearing the air, Leo. There's going to be some sort of conversation going on. Yes, we have Temperance energy. They know things are really out of whack. High Priestess energy. 9 of Wands. And we have the Fool. Yeah. All right, so yeah, major clearing of the air, the Temperance, they want to put things back into balance with you. They know things are out of whack. They want to restore harmony with you, okay? The High Priestess energy, that's telling me that even though there's like this no contact situation, they feel some sort of like, they feel a connection with you that they really can't explain. It's like you put a spell on them. It's like they still feel connected to you energetically without like knowing why. Like they don't know why they feel so drawn to you, but like, this person's like having dreams about you, maybe seeing your name, synchronicities, but they feel like this, uncanny type of like connection with you that they don't understand. The 9 of Wands, they've really been, even though they've been through kind of hell and back with this connection as far as, how everything unfolded between you and this person, they do absolutely want to have some sort of new beginning here. They want to start a new chapter because they do, like I said, they feel so drawn to you without really knowing why. It's just like a psychic, energetic connection that they feel towards you, okay? All right, so let's go into your advice. Advice for you. 10 of Pentacles. What is your advice, Leo? Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. That is you and your energy, the Queen of Wands. All right, so I feel like even though, I guess what I'm really picking up on here, Leo, is the fact that, Spirit's kind of like telling me not to be petty, all right? When this person contacts you, don't be petty and like cut them down just to kind of win, just so, to kind of make yourself feel better kind of thing. Really hear this person out because we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is telling me there's an opportunity here for some sort of commitment if that is what you choose with this person. There is going to be an opportunity, like I said, that's going to be presented to you that's going to give you the opportunity to have something long-term with this person, like I said, if that's what you desire, because we have the Chariot energy as well. So there's going to be definitely forward movement in this connection. Things are going to be picking up. And, Spirit is also telling me to just kind of like, focus on you, focus on your own hobbies, focus on, doing you, and, don't be petty. All right. Don't be like, because I know it's so like tempting, like if you've been ghosted or you feel wronged by somebody when they, message you and stuff. It's so easy to get into an energy where, you have the upper hand and you have the power and you can just easily say, whatever, say anything hurtful to kind of like get back at them, like revenge type of energy. Spirit is like saying, really refrain from trying to, fight fire with fire kind of thing. Just hear them out, like be cool, just be your magnetic self, concentrating on your own, hobbies and goals and, life accomplishments and things. And, just kind of like slowly like hear this person out and that kind of energy. All right. So that is kind of that's what I'm getting for you, Leo. If it resonated for you, feel free to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.